YouTube, I think. Okay, I'm live. Perfect. So I was, nobody's there on YouTube, but I'm going to tell the story real quick. So if you are, I was just talking on the phone with a really, get a dog. I was just talking on the phone with a really, really good friend of mine. And she was, she has been getting contacted on her dating sites by people that she dated or were interested in over 8 years ago, of men wanting to not be alone, trying to connect with her. Even just, we'll just go for a walk. We'll just sit on the side of this. We'll just go for a walk and hang out and not have to do anything. And so I had said this earlier on a different, on my personal page, like we're going to be walking into this huge baby boom. So unless you want to be a part of that baby boom, then make sure you use protection, or as Amy Connor wonderfully points out, get a dog. Get a dog. Go to the, well, I don't even know if you can go to the Humane Society, right? I don't know. At least right now we don't have martial law. So that's the good news. So I'm only going to be doing a few minutes today, and it was interesting because I was I want you to think about, I know we've talked about trees a lot, almost every day this week I think we've talked about trees. And today I was sitting there, and because my kids, because I signed them up for Verizon or something, they have I'm able to watch some the Apple Plus. I don't know if you guys are out there, so I have like, I can connect with it. So I was able to connect with the Apple Plus, and I was watching some of Dickinson today. Oh, I am so tired right now. I was watching some of Dickinson. It's such a good show. And I've been talking to you about trees. I've been talking to you about being connected to trees and how there's so much more that happens under the ground that we don't see. And in the show, Emily Dickinson's character has her favorite tree. And I'm like, wait a second. I know I didn't talk about my favorite tree, but I will in a minute. And then she's talking about what's underground, and she's calling them, the kind of like an iceberg tree. So anyway, I want to just say, like, even in this, in other different worlds, not only just the metaphysical world, but in all worlds, trees are super, super important. So what's your favorite tree? I'm just going to tell a story about my favorite tree. When I moved into, I can remember I was probably 3 years old, and I moved in to my childhood home. I walked into the backyard, and there were 2 willow trees, and they were all the way to the ground. So all of the leaves were just perfect all the way to the ground, like just a fantasy land. It was just the most beautiful thing in the world. These, like, willow trees always have this really, really, really big part in my heart. And it could be like super hot outside. You go underneath the willow tree, and it was just perfect. It was perfect. It was cool, like a whole magical area. So whenever I do like a guided meditation where we need to like cross into a fairyland or something like that, I use willow trees because for me that's very, very magical. But dogwood is beautiful as well. So many beautiful trees out there. So when I went to 6th grade, they were putting in this sewer line in the back of my house, my parents' house, and I was going to chain myself to that tree because I couldn't imagine like what it would be like to live in the world without this tree. So, well, my dad wouldn't have let me. I mean, here we go. Like, I was very discouraged from chaining myself to a tree, but that was the kind of person I wanted to chain myself. So then I left a scathing note to the people who were going to cut down one of our willow trees, and then it turns out that years later, this is very interesting. Years later, we find out that it was not even a legal pipe that they had put in. and I don't even think it's being used for anything. So they took down one of my favorite willow trees. I claimed the one in front, and I said that was my sister's. But I love willow trees. Love the magicalness around them. They're beautiful, and obviously they had a nice, because willow trees need tons and tons and tons of water. So you always find them by the side, like by creeks by the side of the road, depending on the strength of the banks, where they're able to like get into some underground water streams. So that was where that was, and then they took it down. And then the other one died. It was horrible. So watching trees come and go is sad. So I put up today, I just did it just recently. I know I said I was going to do it yesterday, but I put up that podcast that was an apology. And I want you to take a listen to it. And I want you just to like hear where the apology in this gentleman who was coming to terms and grips with the fact that he believed that because he was going through something, he was the only one going through it. And he used his power to sexually harass one of his employees. I want you to hear the tone and how he apologizes and how he takes responsibility for it. And I want you to be able to take that apology and kind of morph it into your life. So you're able to really work with pain that you're holding on to, that you haven't moved in to another area, or have it move forward because you have this this unresolved issue that's holding you back. So I just really want to encourage you to do that and try and find a place and a time that you can listen to it. Now it is in This American Life. I'm going to see if I can post it right now too, because I think it's really important. There I am. Here I'm talking right now. I'm just saying it. Okay, I just did it. I wonder how long it's going to take for it to come up. Okay, so make sure you listen to it and try and get a try and see if you can. I don't even know if it's going to come up. Did you guys see it at all? Hopefully it showed up, and it's going to show up at a spot that makes sense, so that you can listen to it. And again, I want to encourage you to listen to it so you're listening to the depth and the breadth that he actually went through to get that apology, and how he uncovered a lot in himself to do it. And some of the things that I loved about it, and I think it's really worth warranting, just a small little side conversation, is that he, part of what he did was create a sexual harassment where he had to punish. Okay, you guys see it over there. I don't see it over here. It's not letting me see that. So I don't see lots of the stuff you guys post until way after. So how it was irrational and the entitlement that he felt. And one of the things that I really love, and I know I'm talking about it prematurely, but I want to prime your pump for it, is that when he talks about respect, if I had, in this instance, we're talking respect for women, but I want you to kind of broaden it. If I had respect for myself, I wouldn't do. If I had respect for my siblings, I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have acted this way. I wouldn't have done that way. You can really listen and learn from his apology to see, not only can you use it as if you're getting apology yourself and something can shift within inside of you, you can shake it loose, but also that you can begin to you can also begin to push it into where you're lacking respect for your own process. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to do mediumship on the daily, yo, is because we're all self-isolating, and it's a hard place to be. And yes, I am a medium, but I am also a spiritual medium, which means that I'm going to talk about everything, and anything that I'm sort of like talking about, I trust that it needs to be said. So this is about your emotional energy, whether it be if you're trying to decide if you're going to be in the fear of what's going on, or you're trying to decide how you're going to do your time, your emotional energy, and your effort, how you're going to move within those kind of that triangle, and work to actually see yourself as your primary partner. So this isn't going to be a long mediumship night tonight, and I don't think I'm going to be doing any readings. I'm just a little bit too tired to do it. I haven't been getting really great sleep. So I haven't been getting really good sleep. So I just really encourage you to listen to it. I would love to hear some of your feedback on it and what shifted inside of you that helped you feel like you were finally hearing the apology that you needed to hear. All right. See light, be light. I will talk to you guys tomorrow night around 5 o'clock. I know I wasn't going to, hey, Debbie, I said I wasn't going to stay in here long tonight. I'm not, but definitely if you listen to, I'm going to try and post over there on YouTube. I'm going to try and post. I wonder if I can do it right now. Who is working from home right now during the day? Oh, thank you, Debbie. I really appreciate that. I just see that you just subscribed, so thank you so much. Oh, let me see if I can't go there. Okay, so it's I can see myself. This is going to be bad. I see myself. I want to comment on here. I wonder if there's a way I can. Okay, so YouTube. I love how YouTube is so instantaneous. All right, I guess I can't comment on it. Oh, that's a kind of a bummer. That's a kind of a bummer. I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it right now, and it's really important because I want you to tell me how it lands for you, what shifts for you, how you feel that apology is something that you've been working from home. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Working from home is something interesting doing right now, isn't it? It's like homeschooling, working from home. Ugh. Anyway, see light, be light. YouTube, I'm going to keep you there. Facebook, I'm going to close you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Listen to that podcast and then email me or write and share on here, because what you share and what you get out of it is going to be helpful for everybody else. So try to just don't hold yourself back. Don't censor what you're going to say so that you're able to help other people, because this is what we're here for, right? Ciao to Facebook, YouTube. I will be right with you still. I know I just don't want you to go anywhere until I'm able to. Hey, boo boo. Hi, Rai. I know you're so sweet. You are so sweet. Okay, don't. I'm going to send it to myself. I know it's all complicated. Sometimes you have to just work around stuff to make it happen. That's okay. Okay, it'll just take me a minute. So, so what else? Julie, do you have a favorite tree, or Cheryl or Debbie? Do you guys have a favorite tree? Anyone out there? If you're still out there. I see the dogwood Angie put up. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, you're still here. All right, I'm going to copy it. And here I am. Paste. All right, there it goes. So you should be able to watch it and check it out. And then make sure that you share either here or on Facebook, or even email me at channy.readings@gmail.com. Okay, thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow night around 5, and hopefully we'll get some more inspiration and we'll probably talk about trees again. So you'll just have to, I mean, I love them. What can you do? Ciao. Bye.